WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. This is not the rarest and not the most exotic, but it is interesting. Dewar's Japanese smooth 8-year-old Mizunara Japanese oak cask finish. 40% ABV over here in Germany, 24 euros. So, the thing is, Japanese oak Mizunara casks, Quacos, let's see if I can say the name right here. Every tree has its own nice little name here. Quacos alba is the American oak, Quacos robur is then the European oak, and we have here Quacos crispula. And it's native to Hokkaido, the Japanese most northern prefecture. And it's very rare and it's very expensive. We're talking about often 5, 6 plus thousand euros for a virgin oak cask. That's a lot. And they're not even great casks. They're porous, they leak. The trees need at least 200 years to grow. They're called, Mizunara is actually literally translated water oak. So there's all this a lot of moisture in the wood, especially in the casks and the staves, and it's a lot. The wood has a twisted grain and there's knots, and it's very, very difficult for the Japanese cooperages to make great casks. Not even that, they're competing with a lot of the furniture makers in Japan that want to make furniture out of that wood. You can't cut it down at the national parks. You have to have a private property where the tree was grown to cut it down to make it into a cask, or the tree has to naturally actually have fallen itself, and then you can use that wood with permission from the government. Very, very, very limited supply of Mizunara. And then Dewar's comes out and gives us a product with the same exact price as their #1 cask release with Caribbean rum. Dewar's belongs to Bacardi. They have rum. The same thing as their mezcal. They have mezcal. #3 was the Portuguese. They have port. #4 was this, and #5 is the Calvados. The series has basically been completed now. And so every single bottle, at least in those countries I've looked at so far, they all cost the same. And if you look at a Calvados cask, and you look at a port cask, and you look at a Japanese oak cask, you're going to be paying 5 to 10 times more for that cask. Now, with the Japanese oak, we don't know how long it actually was in the cask. If I can read the website here, it says Dewar's 8-year-old Japanese Smooth is a rare treat within the cask series, as the finish takes place in oak cask made from Japanese famed Mizunara oak. This material is very hard to work with and demands great skill and craftsmanship to raise a cask from, and as such are usually incredibly expensive to use. These oak casks from Japan have been selected from the range of flavors that come from this type of wood, and generally we have things like sandalwood, we have warming cinnamon, and we have an unusual floral note. A little bit of jasmine tea is what I get. The Portuguese cask finish in the ruby cask was 4 to 5 months. Here there's no limit. Is it 1 day? Is it 1 hour? Is it 1 week? I don't know. All right, what am I going to compare it to? I'm going to compare it to the Chivas Regal Mizunara. I haven't had this. This basically came out 2022, excuse me. This came out 2021. There is a 12-year-old, there is an 18-year-old, and there's the standard. I have the standard. Interesting enough, the 12-year-old in Germany is 46 euros. The standard with no age statement, 48. Why is the 12-year-old cheaper than the no age statement? I will never understand this world. I don't know if you can see this or not, but this has color and this may not. All right, so this is caramel coating. But hey, Chivas Regal, they have some nice Mizunara casks. There's actually, if you type in Mizunara Oak Whiskey. You might actually land up on a nice site called decanter.com, and you will see. So a guy who I've interviewed in Limburg before, Ikaro Akuta, the founder of Chichibu Distillery. You'll find the Sandy Heislop, who is the director of blending and inventory for Chivas Brothers. You'll find a little bit here of Dr. Nick Savage, master distiller now is Blacknoch. Used to be at Macallan and did a very short stint at the Lakes Distillery. And a great article about Mizunara, about the use. They mentioned that gin is now being also, what a shame for the casks, finished in Mizunara. There's a cognac, there's rum, things are happening there. And one of the first distilleries to actually in Scotland use Mizunara casks was here, Chivas Regal. So, Bacardi versus here Pinot Ricard. On the nose. Yep. All right. This is so much better. And it's half the price. I cannot drive this point home how much a bargain the Japanese Smooth Dewar's 8 is. If you can find it and you've ever wanted to try Mizunara finished products, you're not going to get it any place in this world cheaper than this. I don't know how, why, or what, but they've done it, and it's amazing. You can go out and buy a Yamazaki 18. It also has Mizunara casks used in there, but it's going to set you back 4 figures, maybe only $800, maybe $1,200, but it's going to be an amazing amount of money. This is 25 euros, 24. I seen it on sale in Spain for 18. Crazy world. All right. That sandalwood, that jasmine flower, a little bit of the cinnamon spice is unique. It's different. Mizunara has the least amount of tannins. European oak has probably the most. American oak and Mizunara. Very, very few tannins, which is great. The casks drip. I think I was actually at Aberlour, which belongs to the Dewar's group. Did I say that right? Well, don't worry. That's really the question here. No, I have to look here. Nope, it doesn't belong to them. It belongs to them. I was at Aberlour, and they actually had a Mizunara cask, brand new, basically, inside of a plastic tub. And it's just like, why is it in the tub? It leaks. It's like, okay, yeah, great. So, let's try this. This is my favorite of the 8-year-old cask finish series from Dewar's. The rum was second best. The first was Japanese. Then it's probably going to be the port. I refused to try. No, I did try the mezcal someplace once, and I refused to try the Calvados. I dislike Calvados with a passion. There's a nice sweetness. There's a nice little bit of sandalwood. I always get a tiny little bit of. I don't even know the name of this in English. So wait a second. Dawn. So it's going to be sea bucket thorn. Wow, that's a word I've never used before. So it's a German plant that I have a friend. She makes a liqueur out of, and it's sea bucket thorn. Little orange berries. It looks like little berries that birds should eat and people should not. And beautiful, and I get that flavor as well. Doesn't help you much, I know. Nice. This is a C plus whiskey. It's not a B minus. It's a C plus. There's grain still in there. I think there's a 70% grain, 30% malt ratio going on here. It might be 60-40. It might be 80-20. I don't know. But it's well done. And there's no place else you can find a Mizunara finished product cheaper. And so try it if you want. The Chivas Regal never really wowed me. I haven't tried this for 2-3 years now. Mm. There's artificial coloring in here until it turns brown, and I almost taste that artificial coloring, that caramel coloring in there. E150A. It's got a little bit of a bitterness that this does not. This is such a better product overall. Now, thank you that I could show you this nice little box and this nice little bottle. Many years, it was maybe 2 years, it was maybe about here on my shelf. I just got rid of it, and I'm trying to find someone who will buy the rest and get rid of this. I might just offer it as a combo here product. Say, try the Mizunara here from Dewar's, 8 years, compare it to the Chivas Regal, no age statement, and see which one you like the best. Both 40%. Because this is so much better. And as I said, have I said it? Half the price. Yeah? You're going to get this for 46, 48 euros. You're going to get this for 24. Value for money, C+. Absolute, maybe even I'm going to go for B- here. Value for money, B-. As something you want to try a Mizunara cask finished product, go for it. Buy it. If you don't like it, give it to a neighbor, give it to a relative, give it to a colleague at work, give it to someone you hate. Just say, hey, mix it with Coke, whatever. It's not going to break the bank, and it's actually a very, very, very good whiskey. Thank you very much for watching. My question of the day is what is your favorite Mizunara finished product? Is the Glendalough from Ireland, 13-year-old, or the new 7-year-old? Is it going to be something with Chichibu? Is it a Yamazaki 18? Is it a Chivas Regal? Is it a Dewar's 8? What product do you love? Do you love that has a Mizunara finish in it? And write down the notes that you get from Mizunara. Thank you. WhiskyJason here. Bye-bye.